Welcome to JK Games, the gaming podcast where we bring you the gaming news we care about.
And maybe some that we don't.
And whether you play on easy mode,
or you like a good challenge,
this is a show where we'll try to level up your gaming knowledge.
Ooh, this is episode 90. Welcome to
God.
90. That's great.
Wow, it is. You're right. I sort of forgot that we're changing digits.
Yeah, well, I wasn't 100% sure, but while you were doing our intro, I went and looked it up, and I was like, wow, I thought we were getting close. Still got to plan our 100 episode celebration stream. Maybe by then I'll be set up to do.
Yeah, we'll play something. We should play something together.
Yes.
We'll get the stream. Me and Kayla are currently trying to figure out a way where she can play games, she can stream her game, and I can share it through the Twitch channel. But both of us be able to watch and it's just like playing a game if she was in the house here.
Both of our faces.
We need both of our faces up there and one of our game screens. It would be really cool to do Apex.
Yes.
I'd like to play Apex that way.
That would be really fun. So, if you're new here, my name is Kayla. I am one of your hosts.
And I'm Jerica, your other host, and we're here to talk to you about video games, and specifically E3, because if you love video games, this is the best time of the year. It's like Christmas
wonderful
for gamers.
Time of the year.
Yeah, and it's there's so much to talk about. So I'm gonna let Kayla sort of take it away with our agenda and all that good stuff that we do before each and every episode.
Yeah, let's get into our loadout, baby. Let's get going. Let's
get ready because there's a lot to prepare for. So we have a lot in our loadout.
Yeah. So I was telling Jerica, this is probably the quickest we have hopped on Skype and immediately started recording because typically, we chit chat for a while, but today we were like, no, let's get
straight down to the business.
Well, quick update. I'm going to give no context so that if you don't know what I'm talking about, you have to go back and listen to last week's episode. Me and Jerica are tick free. No ticks this week. We're good. If you would like to know the backstory, go back and listen.
Zero ticks since whatever date last week. What are those zero incidents since?
Yeah.
We should have one of those.
No incidents. 1 week, I guess.
No insta-ticks.
Wow.
Yeah, I did that.
We love the dad
That's why you come here for our commentary. It's the only reason to be here. Because I know there's tons of places where you can get your video game news, but where can you get your video game news with, Jerica and Kayla?
With a side of ticks and cowboy churches.
Yep. And great puns. So.
Yeah. Okay, so if you're new here, welcome to our loadout, baby. We're going to talk about what the episode's going to look like. We got 3 parts, just like a video game. We've got our easy mode. We're going to talk about some fun first impressions. I'm actually going to talk about a game I finished recently. Ooh, are you surprised? Kayla finished a game.
Watch out.
And also started some more games as well. So we're going to talk about that. It's easy mode. It's just easy, go with the flow. We're going to try to, I want to hear... I haven't gotten to talk to Jerica much about the new game she's been playing. If you follow us on social media, you already know. She's been playing Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. It looks gorgeous, so we're going to talk about that. And then we have our normal mode. Well, actually, no. We are technically skipping normal mode this week because our main topic, which is our expert mode. Go ahead.
They're sort of blended into 2 modes this week. It's a Normert mode.
Or...
Is there a mode that we can sort of evolve into when they combined? What's it called? Hardened. I don't know.
Stealth mode.
Stealth. New Game Plus. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
New Game Plus.
Yeah. So if this is your first episode, then our normal mode typically is where we discuss news. Typically we only have a couple things. If it's a heavy week, we'll spend some more time on it. But this week... Our normal mode is our expert mode, as Jerica said. So, because we're talking all about E3, and E3 was hefty this year.
It was.
Hefty.
Mm-hmm. There's so much. There's stuff I probably forgot about. But I'm so glad Kayla made a list.
Yeah, last week we talked about kind of like our predictions or what we wanted, the schedule, what I think that I don't remember. I think we got some things right, but I don't remember exactly what we said. But if you're listening to this, maybe you'll remember our predictions.
Because I didn't write them down, so I do not know.
But it's fine. It's okay. And we're going to give our commentary. We're going to talk about like what we're looking forward to the most. Give you all the dates, all the deets, a nice little wrap up. So that is our main topic for today, and we are so glad to have you here. And if you don't already, go ahead and follow us over on Instagram and Twitter at JK Games Podcast. That's where we post when we're going live. You know, we do fun little questionnaires sometimes. I'm going to try to have one for next week to get you guys back involved. We used to do like a question of the week. And I definitely want to get back to that. It's just been a little hectic, so I haven't been as good about posting on our social media. But I definitely want to get back to that and getting you guys involved. Our Twitch is at JK Games Cast. And of course, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can email us. Our email is jkgamespodcast@gmail.com. And then last but not least, if you would like to leave us a review on whatever platform you're listening on, go ahead and do that.
Do it.
Do it now.
Please.
And that loads us out, baby. That's the loading out.
To go into action. Let's go.
Easy mode, baby. Let's go. And prep for Normert mode coming up soon. Jerica, what have you been playing?
So, of course, I have been playing Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. One of my most anticipated games that was coming this year, now is out. Mm-hmm. And I'm so excited because I honestly... I've played the previous Ratchet & Clank game, the remake that I think that came out in 2017, the most recent game from Insomniac in terms of Ratchet & Clank. And I fell in love with the game. It was so good. I remember playing them when I was younger, but it was something I never thought about going back to until they made that remake. And I was like, holy smokes, this game's beautiful. I love Ratchet and Clank. They're incredible characters, and the level design, the weapons that you use is so much fun. So I had an idea of what to expect from the new game. But what I was most excited about was how this game, because it's really besides Returnal, and I don't think even Miles Morales may have. I can't remember if that's a PS4 game as well. Yes. If I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it is.
So this is one of two games that you can only play on PlayStation 5. This is a PlayStation 5 exclusive, which stinks if you can't get a PlayStation 5, and that makes me so sad. But I was like, what is going to set this game apart from other games that I've played? This is a PS5 game. So I was really eager to see the controller, how the DualSense will work with this game, how the quick load times using the SSD, and boy oh boy, this game is surprising and delighting me all over the place with those features. There, just for an example, Rift Apart, I'm not going to spoil any of the story, but essentially the dimensions that Ratchet and Clank the world they know has been ripped into multiple dimensions through these portals, and with the SSD and the PlayStation 5, literally you can fly into this portal and you're in another new ecosystem or a new world, and it's instantaneous, and it's so freaking cool to see that in action. I mean, you've seen it in the trailers, but just to experience it firsthand is
and be in it,
yeah, this is so stupid fast. Literally I recorded a video, and I can put this on our Instagram.
Yes.
But it's a side view. I turn the camera where it's almost like a 2D platformer, how I got the camera situated. And Ratchet is walking into a rift, into another dimension, and then he's walking out. And I just walk in and out, in and out, in and out, and it just changes the world instantly.
Wow.
It's so cool. So this is a PlayStation 5 game. This is the direction where games are headed in terms of just utilizing that speed. And of course the controller with the DualSense, each and every weapon feels different on the controller. It is so cool. There's subtle differences, but for the most part, each weapon feels different, with the adaptive triggers. And with the DualSense's speaker, like it will make sounds out of the controller, which I play with headphones, but I can still sort of hear it. And it's always a surprise because certain guns make different sounds.
Oh, that's nice.
There's this one gun that's called the Pixelator, and essentially when you shoot something, it pixelizes the enemy, so they just turn into like 8-bit characters. But it's like that 8-bit sort of sound effects, like can't really make that, but you know what I mean. And also, I think that's in the original Ratchet and Clank. A lot of the guns that you've come to love, there's new guns, of course, but some of the guns from the previous game are there too. But overall, it's an incredible game. I am playing it on a little bit of a difficult, like more difficult difficulty. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. So, because I wanted a real challenge, and I really think Returnal, even though I didn't play I fell off Returnal to play Mass Effect and obviously this. I was really enjoying Returnal's challenge, so I was like, I want Ratchet and Clank to be hard.
Okay.
So I'm playing it on hard. It's like the setting, not the hardest setting, which I'm thinking about going up. So I need it to be harder.
Okay,
but yeah, I'm making it a challenge for myself, and I'm having so much more fun doing that because Ratchet and Clank isn't a difficult game. Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful game, and it's fun to just explore the world, but it's not like a hard game. So tweaking the difficulty is making it a little bit more engaging for me. And last but not least, I'll end with this bit about the game because I don't want to spoil any fun, but it's definitely for me a 9 out of 10. I can't give it a 10 out of 10 because there is a part of the game where I'm just not like, I'm derailing what I was about to say, so I'll get back to that in a second. There is a part of the game where I know when it was weird because maybe I've experienced it with the previous Ratchet and Clank game. It was really hard for me to put down. For this one, I don't know if I'm just physically tired, Kayla. Maybe I just need to go to bed like a grandma. There's a lot going on in my personal life, but like I'm not finding myself like, ooh, I got to get back to it as soon as possible. It's enjoyable and I love playing it. But there is something where I'm just like, I don't know if I'm just like feeling the gameplay right now, but I don't want to say it's not a bad game. It's like I said, 9 out of 10. Story is really good. It's just more Ratchet and Clank. Wow. They didn't really evolve anything too drastically. So if you played Ratchet and Clank 2017, gameplay is very similar in this game. So, but it's super enjoyable. And honestly, the thing I'm doing most right now, because I'm probably about almost halfway, maybe a little over halfway done with the game. What I'm doing the most is distracting me from actually playing it. It's the photo mode. Photo mode in this game is so freaking good. There's so many tweaks. And one of my favorite features of photo mode, it was in Miles Morales too, but Insomniac incorporates lighting adjustments. So you can add your own like spotlights, spear lights, to like, and you can rotate it around the character.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I've been playing with lighting effects like in game, and it's so addicting. And I'm just like looking at other people's pictures on Twitter, and I'm like learning new things from looking at their pictures. And I just like go back in and I just want to recreate the same pictures pretty much just to see if I can do it. But yeah, you should definitely follow me on Twitter. Jerkachu, Jerkchu on Twitter. And you can see all my pictures that I'm posting from Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. But yeah, that's what I'm playing.
You sound a little bit muffled.
It's probably my mic on this headset.
I think that's better.
Let me put it closer to my face.
Yeah, there we go. I think that's what it was.
Well, if you didn't hear me, the podcast listeners hopefully did.
No, I heard you. It was just sounded a little muffled, but it sounds way better now.
Okay, great.
I've been really enjoying looking at your photos.
Yes, it's been, like I said, I've literally last night I spent the whole night just taking pictures. I didn't even play the game, so yeah, I love it. It's the most. With that being said, it is the most beautifulest game I've ever played.
Wow!
So far on my PlayStation, like it is gorgeous.
Wow!
The texture on the characters, like Ratchet's like fur. If like you zoom in, like it's like a Pixar movie. It is wild.
That's exactly what it reminds me of.
It's just like a Pixar movie in a video game, and I haven't seen that yet to that extent.
That's awesome.
So yeah, blown away with the technology and the graphics in this game for sure.
What else have you been playing? Anything else at all?
Nope.
Or just that?
Just Ratchet and Clank. Yep, that's just playing that and taking pictures. That's all I've been doing. What
I
about
think
you?
I saw you mention like it's like Pokemon Snap for Insomniac or something.
Oh, what I was
Or
saying,
you
yeah.
wanted that.
Well, I just taking all these pictures. I just realized that, man, Insomniac needs to make like a Pokemon Snap game. Obviously it's Nintendo's thing, but like maybe they need to make their own version because their photo mode their photo mode's my favorite photo mode that I've ever used in a game.
I really enjoyed Control had a really good one too, I feel like.
They did. Yeah. Photo mode, we should have like, I should do an episode where I rank my favorite photo modes in games.
Because
some are great. Mass Effect's photo mode's not that good. And I know, I'm just glad it has it. I'm not going to critique it because they put it in there and they didn't have to. But I'll say it's not the best and it's lacking.
Are you?
There's good and bad photo modes.
Did you put Mass Effect down or have you picked it back up at all?
I put it down and I have not picked it back up.
I mean, you've
Audrey,
them.
my girlfriend, beat the third one. She beat the trilogy. Yeah, so she got through it. And immediately now she is hooked and ready for whatever comes next in that franchise. So it's just really fun. I've been watching her play.
Is she gonna play Andromeda?
She's already played Andromeda, which is
did.
funny. Yeah, she played that when it came out. And I was just like, man, this is not the best first Mass Effect experience for you, babe. But she liked it. But I'm like, man, wait until you play the trilogy. You just wait. So, anywho, I was meaning to say, like, what have you been playing, Kayla? What have you been playing?
I finished Little Nightmares finally.
Yay!
And I'm very excited to talk about it because I really love it. Here's my like one-liner, my experience with Little Nightmares. I've never been like so excited and so like happy to play a game that I really know so little about what's actually going on.
Yeah.
Because you haven't finished it though, right? Mm-mm. So there's really nothing to spoil. Not really. Like,
because like the premise is like you're this kid like looking for something, right? I don't know. Like he's trying to.
The thing, I don't really know. Like, you are obviously this kid. I mean, you're hungry. Like you're finding like food along the way. You're the whole time you're escaping.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
And so you get little bits and pieces of the story, but like not. There's a second one, so obviously I have to play the second one. But like you don't really get a whole lot of plot. But it's weird because that's totally fine. If you like once you play it, you'll realize like it normally. Like I'm very like plot driven with my games. Like I that's what I like. If I'm gonna play a story mode or play a game that is like based in that. Which I play, you guys know, I play a lot of shooter games and like multiplayer games and like online games. But when I play a game that's like this, I'm like normally, okay, like the story is kind of like my main focus. I enjoy the gameplay as well, but like the story is kind of like what I'm looking for. Well, that's why I was really surprised that I enjoyed this so much, is because there's not nearly as much as that as I normally would require to keep me going. But I kept going, like I wanted more. It's probably one of the most unique games I've ever played. Like it's super unique. It's super like out there and very like intriguing. But like once again, I still have so many questions. And I like that it's like dark and moody and like these weird looking characters, but at the same time it's cute. Like it's like it's so weird. You get that like dark and moody, but also like it's like I think it's cute personally. The puzzles were difficult, but not like too difficult where you can't, like I didn't have to Google and like look through like articles. It was straightforward enough where you can get by, but not like, I don't remember if it has difficulty modes. I'm sure it does, but I probably just, typically I play on like the normal mode.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed the puzzles a lot, and I liked that this game had like, you could do things. It wasn't like 100% linear. Like you could do things different ways. The goal is the same. Like the story is still itself is linear. The villains are scary. They were pretty intense. I had some anxiety playing this game. And you really have not a whole lot of like information about your main character. Like you don't know a whole lot about who you're playing as, which is so fun. And at the end, like no spoilers, but basically you're like a badass, and I love the way that everything wraps up. and it's funny because there's like that like strength of a moment when it seems like the whole time you're pretty like scared kid. But there's some like really good ending with that. So I don't have too much else to say. It's very short, but it took me a while to get through. I think just because I was only able to play it in like pretty short burst. So like that wasn't me being like, I'm bored, I don't want to play it anymore. It was just kind of like my life at the time. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think of okay. So I started I don't think I've talked about this on here yet, but I started Titanfall 2 again. One of my favorite games. 10 out of 10 would recommend. I started the campaign again. And I also like hopped into the multiplayer and realized it's been a long time since I've done this multiplayer, and so I'm not good at it anymore. But it's really fun. I love it's just overall the campaign, it's very emotional in like a weird way that you wouldn't expect because it's like robots.
I'm playing this next.
It's like 6 hours. It's very short.
Okay. I'm gonna make sure that this is what I get to next.
Yes.
So.
If I'm gonna play Mass Effect, which is one of your favorite like franchises, and so you have to play Titanfall 2 is one of my favorite games.
I don't know if that's an even trade. I feel like you got the short end of the stick with that one because that's 3 massive games and I only have to play 6 hours.
Is that really the short end of the stick? I get so much more content, you know?
You do, but I just can't wait. Let's put a date on that and see how long it takes you to finish that.
I know, right? I haven't started yet. I really wanted
it's gonna take a long time.
Yeah, it is.
There's so much to it.
Yeah.
Oh.
I can't believe how fast Audrey did it. That's crazy.
She's pretty committed, and you know, all I'm gonna say, she's got some time on her hands right now, so it's pretty easy.
And so I started that up. I haven't played too much of that. I kind of just like hopped back in because I really felt nostalgic. And then I started. I don't think I told you about this. I started Ratchet and Clank the remake, the 2017 one.
There you go. Yeah,
never played it
good.
Before.
You should definitely try it. I think you could definitely see if Rift Apart would be your thing. You could definitely play that, and if you're dealing, you like the vibe of the game and the gameplay, you'll love Rift Apart. So
I was actually playing it right before we started recording. I love it so far. It's really, I love the gun, like the weapons, and I love the way that I love Ratchet. Ratchet's my favorite.
He's great.
He's just so cute. It really reminds me of just like first impressions, like barely any of the story that I know. I don't remember exactly where I'm at. I started playing as Clank. So like I have like that. But I think that, what was that? I was trying to think. What was I saying? I just lost my whole train of thought.
Oh, you started playing as Clank, right? You like Ratchet.
Yes, I like both of them, but there was something else I was going to say. Dang it. Oh my gosh, I totally lost it. It's okay, I'll come back. But basically, I like it. And I really wanted to play it.
They're really well-written characters. Like, I enjoy their banter.
I downloaded it for free.
Nice.
It was... unfortunately, I don't think it's still free on the PlayStation Store. I got it when it was one of the games of the month, I believe. Yeah.
And so they upgraded it with 60 FPS, so they updated the frames for it.
It looks good.
For PS5, so it's really, it's beautiful. It's funny because that's a 2017 game, and it looks so good.
He does look
so
really good.
Imagine your eyeballs when you see Rift Apart. Like, it's just, like I said, I can't quit taking pictures because it's so pretty.
So yeah, I wanted to see what all the fuss was about, Jerica. I saw you were having so much fun, and I was like, ooh, I want to have fun.
That Ratchet and Clank game was my first game I got a platinum for, so.
Aww.
Mm-hmm.
How was the platinum easy?
Yeah, it's not too hard.
I might make it mine too.
It's a fun platinum to get, so definitely doable.
I'll take a look at it and see, you know. All right, well, I think that wraps up what I've been playing. I actually have been playing. I hopped back into Apex for a couple games because I felt like I was neglecting it. Not a whole lot's changed there. I think there's been some small like minor changes, but it's still my go-to hop in and play a few rounds. Battle Royale. But, let's go ahead and get in, Jerica. Let's get in there.
Let's strap in because it's going to be I don't know how long this ride's going to be, but we're going to try to get through the highlights.
Let's go, baby. Okay, so how do we want to do this? We didn't discuss this ahead of time.
Let me just sort of do a blanket statement. So, obviously, if you're new here, you know that me and Kayla talk about video games every episode, or should have an idea. That's what this show's about. But if you're like new to video games or new to listening to video game podcasts, like, because we tailor our audience for people to learn about games. Maybe they have a family member that's into games. You know, we want it to be a place for everyone. Yeah, accessible. So E3 is an event that's taken place since I was a little kid. Like, I'm sure it could possibly be older than me. I don't know.
I'll look it up while you're talking.
But it's an event where that started out like Electronics Expo, Entertainment Expo, and essentially like all the developers, PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, like would all come together and under one roof and showcase and show off games that were coming to consoles in the next few years.
It has always the first one was in 1995.
Okay, so it is younger than me still, but it's pretty old. And so it's been a while, and it's one of those events that I've watched since I was a little kid, like, because that's just when the new it's like the Super Bowl of video game announcements, because there's so much all at once, and it's just so much to look forward to. And it's always taken place in under usually convention centers. Most recently it was in the Los Angeles Convention Center, but since COVID has went totally digital, so normally it's in person and people get to try and play games, test, give feedback, do interviews, get exclusives. So with E3 going digital, it started last year going digital, and it was a little rocky last year because everyone had to adapt. But this year, since everyone has been, doing digital for a year now plus, I think everyone knew exactly how to do their conferences this year. I would say that, but there were still a few conferences that, weren't top tier. But I'm glad they had something. And I'll say this, like, all the events were really, really fun to watch. I didn't have as many, like, whoa moments, like, whoa, that came out of nowhere. Big surprises, except a couple, and we'll talk about those lately or in a few minutes. But, with PlayStation not being there, it's sort of weird. And they haven't been part of E3 for a while, but Xbox, Nintendo are the two events that I usually look forward to the most, just to see what comes out of them. So yeah, everything went digital this year and all at once. So there's tons of news. Like, there's so many things. And I don't know if you had a chance to watch any snippets of any of the events, Kayla, did you?
I did have some. I didn't get to watch anything really live just because of work, but I did go back and watch some clips. But I read through everything. I at least got like content from like reading everything. So unfortunately,
which is the best way to consume this, to be honest, because like I watched a lot of these events live, and like there was some filler for a couple of like Ubisoft's event wasn't like top tier. Square Enix was a little and I'm trying to think, like, I didn't watch Nintendo's live. I had to get the notes after, but it seemed like that was pretty much a banger. And of course, the one that surprised me the most was Microsoft and Bethesda, Xbox and Bethesda.
Which they had an extended, like where they went deeper today or yesterday, if you're listening to this.
Yep.
When we released it. So, but let's go ahead and get into it, Jerica. The article that I pulled, and we can go in however we want. We can do whatever. There's so much going on. And again, this is where we try to make it accessible. We try to cover things that, we try to spend more time on what we care the most about, and what excites us, what we're passionate about. So if we miss something, then we missed something, We're just going to try to cover as much as we can.
I'm going to go ahead and just do this. Here's a shout out to some of the great indie games that we saw, or I saw in some of these events that I forgot the names of, but I'm like, it was definitely during this conference. Let me go find the name of it. So I did see a lot of smaller games that like caught my eye. Yeah. I'm forgetting about them now, but I'm like, that game looks so cool. I need to write it down, and I did not. But maybe I write those down before next episode.
Yeah, we can talk about, wasn't there an indie conference? Like, wasn't there?
It wouldn't surprise me, but I don't know off the top of my head.
I think there was some sort of separate, we'll look into it and come back next
There's
week
like
with
Day of the Devs that was pretty cool, and I watched some of that. That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was a good little showcase.
I think they had a lot of indie developer, like they had a lot of people there that were like presenting indie games, I believe.
There's like literally, I forgot. I'm following them on Twitter. I think it's like Life of. I can't remember the name, but the game, I'm already derailing us, but there was a game, Kayla, that looked like a painting. Like all of it was hand painted, and put together as an indie game.
Behind the Frame?
It was, huh?
Is it called Behind the Frame?
No, but that would make sense, but it's not that. Hold on. I know I tweeted about it, so let me just reference it real quick.
Ooh, I think...
It's why I tweet things, so I don't forget about it. Also, I just want to say, hey, I'm excited for this, but also, like, it's my secret. It's how I remember things that catch my eye. I found it.
Okay, go ahead.
It's called, I was close, Planet of Lana. Planet of Lana.
Show me a picture. Do you have it on your phone?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you can. Let me look at my camera.
I see. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. You told me about that. Yes.
It's so pretty and it looks so cute. Like you're this little kid with this little animal thing and something's like crash landing on the planet. I don't know what's happening, but the game looks like a painting and I thought it looked really cool. It's like a very unique art design for sure.
So I just remembered this came out in I think this was the separate Game Dev Direct. I don't know if that happened recently as well, but one of our friends at work told me about this game. It's right up my alley, and it's nice. Let's shout out some indie games before we get started on all the big AAA stuff. This is from the developer Straphon. And I believe for right now it's only going to be on Steam, and this comes out in December of this year. It's called The Wandering Village. Have you heard about this, Jerica?
Let me look this up. I'm going to look it up right now.
This is what it looks like. The art. You're you have it's a simulator game.
Are you on a dinosaur thing?
Yes, you're on a turtle.
Cool.
And you can choose like the different animals that your like island is like hosted on top of, and essentially it's like a simulator game on top of a moving animal, and it looks so fun, and I'm really excited.
Oh my god! I'm watching the trailer for it right now. How
Isn't it
cool!
Cute?
Yes, what a cool concept.
Yes, so I put that in my calendar because I'm really excited about that, and I will on my poor little boot camped MacBook play on my Steam because it's worth it.
This has to come to Switch. Come on. It's a perfect Switch game.
But I think it's like a super small developer. Like I think like, let me see if they even have anything else. I don't know.
The studio, Straphon Studio.
Do. I don't like recognize any of these.
Like a deer. When you said it first, I thought it was like one word, Straphon.
They have a couple of different games, but I don't recognize any of them. Nimbatus, Retimed Maniacs. I don't recognize any of these. But anyways, that's my indie game that I wanted to shout out. Maybe we start having like an indie game of the week. I don't know. Maybe
we should do it. No. At least like it doesn't even have to be ones we play. Just one that catches our eye or one that's like that's in development that we are eager to try.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that because like I can't stress this enough. I'm always more surprised by indie games than I am the AAA games. Like it's to be expected. I guess that's the thing from like those announcements. But like when I see an indie game that's like doing something new with their art style, a game that's just so out there, wacky,
usually more. I feel like
it's just the games that are doing something different that I'm always like, this is great. I'm glad these games exist.
All right. Well, yes, let's start doing that every week because I love that.
Let's do it.
So let's get started. So this is kind of like the first event, right, was like the Summer Games Fest. Okay. So I think that this article that we're going off of that I linked, you might be looking at something else, is in order. Not that it matters really. But we got Elden Ring. Elden Ring release date and gameplay revealed.
Yeah, I thought it was the trailer was long. There was a lot shown in that trailer. I didn't expect to have that much of a reveal at the event. So
I didn't get to watch it. I'm not super interested in this. So like I know that it's kind of become like a meme, right? Because like it keeps getting delayed.
Because it's never it's just we know it exists, but hey, it should be here, and like there's always rumors about it being at certain events and it's just never there. Yeah. So there's like a joke because it was at the end of Jeff Keighley's Summer Games Fest like kickoff stream. It was like the bookend to the event, and it was funny because he was finally out of his Elden Ring jail. Apparently, he was in Elden Ring jail for a while, and he finally got out when he showed the trailer. And I can't stress enough, like, at least go watch when Jeff Keighley like starts talking about this game. He's like, and one last thing, and he's like, I'm so like. His emotion behind it, I feel like he's about to cry. Just the fact that he's getting to show off this game. Like, this dude cares so much, and it makes... I just can listen to him talk about games forever because he cares so much about it.
Aww.
So I was glad I'm glad he got that moment to share.
I'll have
Elden
to go back
Ring.
and watch that. I want to see that.
You have to go back. It's at the very end of the event, and just watch him. The build up with him talking about it. Just he is so excited. So.
So it says we obviously have, you can go and watch the trailer if you would like, but it says the release date is January 21st of next year.
I think they've waited long enough I think that date's solid. I think it'll hit it. I think they wouldn't have showed or given a date if they weren't sure about this one.
And it apparently is going to, it will feature From Software's largest, most freeform map to date. Man. So that's pretty cool.
It's impressive. I've never played any of these, Souls-esque games, whatever they're called. It always looks to be too difficult. But I can tell you this, Kayla, something's happening with me where I like a harder game. I'm getting into that stuff.
Maybe you'll get a wild streak and start playing some Dark Souls.
I'm gonna go back and like definitely try Bloodborne again now that I just like have a clearer mindset. Like, this is just gonna be a challenge, Jerica. It's not
you go
something
into it
for
with
you
that
to.
Mindset, yeah.
It's you're here to have a challenge. You're not here to chill out and go into different dimensions like Ratchet and Clank. You're here to kick butt and it'd be a hard time. You're here to solve a problem, figure out a way to defeat this thing. It's gonna be hard, but it's gonna feel so good when you get done with it. I'm getting there. I think I'm ready to take on the Elden Ring when it comes out.
I'm excited. Do you think you might do it? You might get it?
Oh, hell yeah. Like, there's so much hype for this game. Like, I'm just... I don't really... I have nothing invested into this series. Like, I could care less of... What's the dude from... Is it the... Who's the writer? Is it...
George R.R. Martin.
So that's... Why am I drawing a blank?
The Hobbit.
Thank you.
Yes.
Lord of the Rings, right?
Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, yes.
Yes, so, I mean, those were great movies. I didn't read the books. I know some people are like, oh, how could you?
I haven't
like,
either,
this is so great.
I love to read.
Yeah, so it was hard read when I started reading it one time, and I was like, I can't do this. I'm just going to watch the movies.
Audiobook.
Maybe. Yeah, good idea. Regardless, not invested, but the hype has sold me. The hype has sold me, Kayla.
And then next up, Microsoft kicked off their I think that was the biggest takeaway from the Summer Games Fest, right? Did you have anything else to notate from there?
Biggest thing, Kayla, and we'll sort of just start with this.
It might be sprinkled through here. I don't know. It seems like it might be in order. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, I'll say this. It's just a time where I make this announcement. Yes, before we get into Starfield, because I'd sort of explains like why.
Yes. Let's go.
Yes. You go and say,
wow,
okay, cool.
This is a big deal.
It's time.
Okay.
It is time. So it's been since 2012 since I've had an Xbox. I think that's the year it came out. No. Yeah, 2012. I had my 360, and then I got an Xbox One when it came out because I was in the 360 ecosystem, but I only played like 2 games on it, and then we got a PlayStation 4, and we're back. I went back to PlayStation. So it's been a long few years. It's been 10 years,
Wow.
Almost 10 years. 10 years.
That's a lot.
Since I've had an Xbox. So,
okay. What are you saying, Jerica?
Or maybe I'm saying, hey, this is the first Xbox showcase that made me want an Xbox. Okay? And that's a lot. That's saying something.
It didn't just make you want an Xbox. You got an Xbox.
I got an Xbox. We both, Audrey got lucky today because I was like, we both made the decision together. I mean, it's our dirty little secret right now. And I'm not team Xbox, okay? I'm not picking a side either.
You're looking real sus. You're looking real sus, Jerica.
Well,
You're a
if
PlayStation
anything,
girl
this
for life,
proves that
though.
I'm a lover of all games, right?
You're very inclusive, yes.
But I love my trophies. I'm not giving away, like, certain games will always be played on the PlayStation. Not even some non-exclusive will be played on the PlayStation, so I get the trophies for those games. But what really sold me, and they got me, and I guess the $8 billion they put into buying Bethesda got me, because guess what? The fact that I will only be able to play Starfield on an Xbox or PC day one, and my PC is on its last leg. It's not going to survive too much longer. I was like, I guess it's time to buy an Xbox, because when they kicked off the event with Todd Howard, Bethesda dude, if you don't know him, Bethesda guy, Bethesda man, just at the beginning of the Microsoft showcase, what a power move. And they're like, okay, let me show you the next big thing from Bethesda. It's coming to your Xbox on the same day, Starfield. And they show a new trailer for Starfield, which is a space RPG. And those are my favorite games. Yeah. Mass Effect's my favorite game. So, like, I will love to try a Fallout space game. I almost said Elden Ring. Sorry. A Skyrim space game. Give it to me.
Yeah.
Give me a Bethesda
I'm looking
space
at the trailer.
game.
I haven't really watched the trailer. I'm watching it right now.
Trailer's cool. It's cool. Apparently there's a lot of clues in there to give more details about the game. There's even an interview that I think Todd Howard has said a lot about the game to some outlets. So there's more info out there about it. But anyways, it's a space game. It's a space RPG. So hell yeah, I'm gonna get an Xbox to play that. And it comes to Games Pass, because that's the biggest seller here. And they have so many games coming to Games Pass that at this point I cannot have an Xbox, because there's some games like I don't want to spend $60 on. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm worried to spend that much money on them and not like get my money's worth. But there's a lot of games I want to try, and like I feel like having this Xbox will give me the ability to try more games with Games Pass, like $15 a month, I think. And I can try like whatever games I want is at this point, and all these first party games coming to Games Pass, it's a no-brainer.
I think it's time, Jerica. I'm so proud of
It is
you.
time.
I'm happy for you. I'm
got
really
an
excited to get your Xbox insight on this podcast now.
Me too. Here we go.
We'll get some more listeners, you know?
I'm gonna feel weird touching that controller. It's weird. It doesn't feel right. Like, I'm excited about it, but at the same time, something doesn't feel right. I feel dirty.
You feel dirty. You feel like you're betraying Miss Sone.
I am. I have no Xbox merch.
Mr.
So, like,
Mitrosoft.
it's gonna be so weird when I'm wearing my PlayStation shirt and playing this Xbox. Okay, it doesn't feel right.
Oh, man. But it's exciting. There is a lot to be excited about. So let's keep getting into it. Go. Sorry.
I like to see Microsoft finally win somewhere, because their showcase was good. They listened to the fans. They took after PlayStation. Just showed us games. There's no stupid in between stuff. Like, it was literally trailer after trailer after like game trailer with like no pause. Like, it was games, and I was like, hell yeah, this is what I'm talking about.
So
it was awesome.
The list that I have, I don't think it's in order, because some of the Microsoft stuff is spread out. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if we want to keep talking about Microsoft. I saw that they did do a little bit of a deep dive into Halo Infinite's multiplayer.
They did.
What did you think about that?
Halo Infinite multiplayer is essentially its own thing, and it's going to be free. Like, you can just play that if you have an Xbox for free.
Okay, you don't have
the
to
multiplayer.
have the game?
No, you don't have to. You don't have to buy the actual Halo. You don't have to buy Halo Infinite
like
to enjoy
Warzone
the multiplayer
with Call of Duty.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's pretty cool.
Holiday
they showed
2021 was release date was confirmed.
Yeah.
Nice.
What?
Holiday 2021 release window was confirmed for Halo Infinite.
Which is really interesting that this didn't get a release date or a launch date, but Starfield did.
Yeah.
It's coming out next year. Like,
that's a good point.
Because Starfield's coming out next year, November 11th.
Oh, we forgot to say that. Crap.
Yeah, Starfield got a release date, November 11th next year.
It's also... I like that on ID. Really quick, going back to Starfield, it was quoted as a Han Solo simulator.
Hell yeah, let's go.
I'm down for that.
Ooh, it's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah, but that's basically Microsoft in 343. followed up with a Halo Infinite multiplayer deep dive revealing details on its battle pass system, customization, and training academy. You know, I love a good multiplayer. Okay?
Me too. I can't wait.
All right, what else did we get from Microsoft, Jerica?
12 minutes. We got more gameplay from 12 minutes. Another reason why I want the Xbox, because 12 minutes looks like an incredible game. If you haven't watched a trailer to get an idea what 12 minutes is, you should definitely watch a trailer. This game is basically a time loop game where you're stuck in the same room for 12 minutes and you replay the same 12 minutes, but since you learn something new in each time you play, the game changes. And it's such a cool idea, and I can't wait because they have some they have some popular actors in the game. Daisy Ridley, William Dafoe, James McAvoy, so you know, some stars in this game.
Some stars. In the same vein of Microsoft, we got a date. It was announced and dated Forza Horizon 5. Not something I'm particularly into, but I know a lot of people are, so that's cool. It's coming out November 9th.
It's coming to Games Pass. Guess what? I'm going to try it.
You might as well.
Because it looks so good.
Play all the things.
I don't even care about driving games, but that game looks so cool, and the fact that I can play it on Games Pass, yeah, I'll try it.
Yeah, you'll have to let us know. I've never played any of them, but I've never really had a desire to. I'm not a huge racing fan. But I would love to know what it's like. And then we also got, maybe you can help me elaborate with this. Oh, wait, I don't think this is, Outer Worlds 2 was confirmed as being Xbox PC exclusive.
Yeah, they just went ahead and said, hey, we're working on the sequel. So
that's all they said?
That's all they said.
And it's going to be
exclusive like
to
quick
Xbox
little teaser.
And PC.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Man. All right.
Also, a game that I haven't played that got announced too, a sequel for, was A Plague Tale: Innocence.
I didn't see that.
So there was, that's the game that's currently out. It got a sequel wasn't out. It's called A Plague Tale: Requiem. So watch a trailer for that, Kayla. I'll just leave you in suspense. But it's one that I've been trying to get to. It's on PlayStation now, as well, like PlayStation right now. But it is going to be. It looks like it may. I don't know if it's going to be an Xbox exclusive or at least a launch exclusive, because sometimes they're on a certain platform for a certain amount of time, and then they go to other consoles.
I thought this looked interesting. I definitely will watch the trailer for that. I thought this also looked interesting. The Contraband.
Yes, it looks cool too.
From the Just Cause developers, which I enjoyed those games. I think they were fun.
Yeah, the trailer for it was just like, I think just them moving boxes is Contraband. And it looked intriguing. So when I saw the trailer show up the first time, I was like, "Oh, is this Indiana Jones?" And I was like, "Is this another trailer for Indiana Jones or something?"
That's a good point.
But it wasn't. It was
Just Cause developer Avalanche Studios revealed Contraband, a co-op open world game coming exclusively to Xbox and PC. A lot of exclusive Xbox and PC games, you know.
Yeah,
a lot of things, Jerica. I could.
It's only on the Xbox, so that's why those words get me, Kayla.
But it says co-op smuggler's paradise set in the fictional world of 1970s Bayern. And then we also got, Jerica, some news about Flight Simulator.
Yeah, it's coming to console, so I could now fly planes on my Xbox. It actually will probably run a little bit better. It runs fine on my PC, but I can still tell that's also just a massive game and it's a beautiful game. But I just remembered another game that really caught my eye, and I need to make sure I try to get that from one of my picks. It may have already been taken. I do not know. It's called Replaced, and it looks so almost. I said the F word a little bit. It looks so cool.
Just a little bit. It's okay. One per episode you can drop, you know?
Replaced features some amazing, detailed, and fluid anime-inspired pixel art.
I didn't see this. I must have missed this.
Like a brawler, yeah. Comes out in 2022 on Xbox One, Series X, and S, and Windows. You should watch the trailer. It's called Replaced. It also looks, like I said, it's just... I haven't seen something done to this extent.
Jerica, I gotta come over and play your Xbox.
You can. Come on.
I really want to. Maybe by the time a lot of these games are coming out, I'll at least have a PC that I can get Games Pass on.
Exactly. Yeah. You'll be able to play the same stuff.
So also something else that I'm interested in. I actually haven't played this game, but actually I played it on my brother-in-law's computer before. But Sea of Thieves is getting a Pirates of the Caribbean crossover. So
I
it's
thought it was
actually,
cute.
I believe is it a whole new game or is it a DLC?
Like a expansion DLC.
So
yeah,
one of
and
the
I
most-
think it's
yeah.
free.
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
Like I think it's free if you have Sea of Thieves.
Okay,
which is pretty cool.
This says one of the most fun surprises from Xbox Showcase was the reveal of Sea of Thieves: A Pirate's Life, an all-new original story featuring Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean. Davy Jones will also appear in this free update, which will be released on June 22nd. So that's pretty soon.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of big fans of that franchise, so that's pretty cool.
I never played.
I haven't either, but I played it on not my computer, but now let me see if I am wrong. No, that's not a part of Microsoft, I don't believe.
Oh, well, the last announcement they had at Microsoft, because I think we hit all the big ones.
Yeah.
For Microsoft, but
you might be saying what I'm about to say. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Hades.
Oh, that's not it, but I did forget.
Yeah.
Hades is going to be on Games Pass.
But it also says it's coming, so Hades is coming to PS5 as well. It's coming to all consoles.
It is, yeah.
Which is pretty cool on August 13th. Sorry, go ahead.
No. The bookend to Microsoft's event was Arcane Studios is working on a new game. It's called Redfall, and the trailer is really cool. And it's neat because I'm like, you know what? There's not a lot of vampire games out there. So Arcane Studios' Redfall is a vampire-themed supernatural shooter with a diverse cast and a relevant attitude. Okay, cool. Based on its first pre-rendered trailer. It's coming in summer 2022 on Xbox Series X and Windows. So I can tell you this, it looks really cool. Like the concept's neat. It's unique enough. And I was like, I don't fight vampires enough in video games. Like I can't think of a game that had vampires in it that I've played off the top of my head.
Not any that I've played. No, I think
but
I've
a lot
heard
of zombies,
there's like the vampire one,
but not vampires.
Yeah,
do you call it vampire?
Yeah, I've never played it, but I've seen.
Oh, I thought you called vampires vampires.
Vampire.
I was like, oh wow, you're fancy.
So that looked interesting to you?
It did. I liked the trailer. The characters are really cool. They're all super personalized, and it looks like you can I think I remember hearing you could play it by yourself or with up to 4 people.
Okay.
So like there's 4 characters to pick from to fight these vampires.
That's fun. That sounds like a good game to play with your friends.
Yeah.
Okay, what else do we got? That wraps up Microsoft, you said, right? Mm-hmm. Pretty much. Yes. We hit some of the big points. Do we want to move on to Nintendo, or do we want to make that last? Nintendo.
Let's do Nintendo last.
Okay. So let's say we had a pretty surprise. This was surprising to me. I don't know if this was expected or not. I definitely didn't know about it, but the Guardians of the Galaxy game.
Yeah, so that happened during the Square Enix conference, and honestly, yeah, that's a big surprise. Apparently, there were rumors about it, but I did not see that coming. Huh?
My dog might bark. Hunter just came home. Be prepared.
Okay, nice.
But
I can say this, like, I was a little nervous. I thought it was like something to do with like the Avengers like game that's currently
we
there,
talked about that.
Currently out,
yeah.
But it's not. It's its own standalone single player game, and that makes me so happy because I don't want a live game. Like I thought this was gonna be like, I'm like, cool, this is actually like a very strong narrative driven game to the point. Mm-hmm. Did you watch the trailer?
Yes.
So like, what do you think about the character designs and how they're interacting with each other?
Personally, I like it. I think it's fun. Guardians of the Galaxy is supposed to be fun. You know what I mean? Like that's the whole kind of vibe. I think it stays true to like what we know. You got the 80s music. You've got I love Star-Lord and I love Gamora. I read here that it looks like you're only playing as Star-Lord. Is that right?
Yeah.
You don't get to play as other characters, which is kind of...
You don't get to play as other characters, but it does have they showed off some gameplay too with the trailer.
Yeah.
You should definitely check it out. They take a pretty deep dive into it, and
maybe I didn't watch all of it then.
It shows where you can control your squad. So essentially, like, you can tell, like, Groot to do something specific.
Oh, okay.
Like, you sort of slow down time and, like, give commands to your team. So you're always, like, seeing their... Like, you're playing with them through Star-Lord, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
So
I guess
it's like you're playing with all the characters. And then also, like, I was really surprised that there's dialogue options. Like, you get to pick what to say. And, like, there will be different outcomes depending on what you choose to do. And I was like, yes, that's my jam. I love that so much.
Sorry, I thought Hunter was about to come in here.
So so Hunter, I don't know if Hunter's there or not, but like, did he give any first impressions on this? So, because I know he's the comic book dude, so we're gonna ask him. If Hunter's available?
Can you come and talk to the podcast and give your first impressions? Did you watch the Guardians of the Galaxy trailer?
No.
You didn't even watch it?
No.
What? What's wrong with him?
Wow.
Is he not a fan?
I do have an impression.
Okay.
They look comic accurate.
He said they look comic accurate, which he likes.
People are angry
Great.
They don't look
Cool.
like the MCU version.
Really?
Okay.
That would make me mad.
Like there's this big like, oh, they don't look like Chris Pratt and all that. No, they look exactly like the comics.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for your input.
Due diligence.
Okay, thank you so much for your input. Really appreciate
That
it.
was the perfect amount of input from Hunter.
You should have seen his head. I wish everybody listening could see his head just like pop through the office door.
It was just his head. Yeah, it was just like bloop.
He is more of a DC fan, so I think that's why he's not like super involved. But he does also enjoy Marvel. But I thought it was really cool.
I expect him to be an expert on all of it, Kayla.
He
I don't care his preferences.
I'm surprised he hadn't seen the trailer yet.
Yeah, he needs to watch it and give us he needs to give us a detailed impression, because like I love how the characters look. I think they look really unique. Like, they're different enough to where like I like this. Oh, the logo for this game, one of the best, top tier. The logo, like, little animation was like, oh my god, I just love the aesthetic of this game so much.
I'm really excited, especially I'm excited for the soundtrack. I'm excited for the whole vibe, you know?
Yeah.
And it comes out in October. That's surprising.
That was
to
a
me.
big surprise. I was like, cool. I'm so for this game. I'm ready. I'm ready to put in a pre-order. Like, I'm sold.
What else did we get from Square? Did we get anything else from Square?
Life is Strange, Ultimate Collection. I don't know what it's officially called, but it is coming. I think we knew that was coming.
We did, yeah.
But we got to see what the new updated graphics look like with that. So they updated a lot of
I didn't see that.
lighting effects, graphics in general, so the game just looks better. If you never played the original Life is Strange, and I think it includes the Life is Strange 2. Not I'm getting confused. Life is Strange and then Life is Strange Before the Storm. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Not 2. And then they did show off some more Life is Strange. Is it True Colors? Yes. They
really
showed a little bit more of that world, and that looks so cute. Like, the main character, she's adorable, and I love that her superpower is feeling people's emotions. I think it's gonna be a pretty
kryptonite.
Cool. I know, right? I think a lot of people are gonna be able to vibe with this game and like really get attached.
All right. Do we want to move on to Ubisoft?
Yes. So, this was one of those events too that I was just sort of like, this has got to be the event where we see Beyond Good and Evil 2 finally.
We did.
Guess what? Spoiler alert, not there.
Yeah.
But we did get a new game announcement.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you saw this coming.
No.
Or you know the one I'm about to talk about?
Yes.
Avatar.
Yeah.
The game.
What?
Yeah, that's what. Not the Last Airbender, but the blue ones.
Wow.
What's your hype level on this Avatar game, Kayla?
Okay. I have hot takes. Okay.
Okay.
I don't love the movie. I don't love it. And I'm sorry. I think it's gorgeous. I think it's beautiful, fantastic, like cinematically masterpiece. I just didn't, it wasn't like my top favorite, you know? The trailer looks good. Like, it looks fantastic. Looks as beautiful as the movie. I will play it. I think it's something that I would like to play, but for my hype level's kind of like average. I don't know. I didn't love the movie that much.
So nothing wrong with that hot take. But here's the thing: I'll say that I love the movie.
Okay.
It's that was one of the movies that was like first like real 3D.
Yeah.
I remember seeing it in theaters and being like blown away, and I actually went to see it twice because I was just that blown away by like how visually stunning this movie was. And it was like, cool. I love this story. I don't know if I need more of it ever. Like if they make a sequel, cool. But I don't think I don't need that.
They are making a sequel also.
And this is the funny thing. So Avatar, the game's called Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora, and I'm not. What's the word? I'm not squishing this game. What's the term I'm looking for? I'm not trying to push it down because the trailer is incredible.
You're not bashing this game.
I'm not bashing this game. I'm gonna play this game when it comes out.
Yeah, I will too. It looks like it says it's open world, first person open world action adventure.
First person, and you're playing as the Na'vi. You're playing as the blue aliens, and I love blue aliens. Okay, and like apparently you are gonna be one of these Na'vi creatures, and you're trying to probably save Pandora. So I'm gonna love this game. I'm gonna play it. I'm sure. I hope the story is great.
I do too.
But here's the thing: where's the hype for Avatar? Where is the hype for this? Because like we can go on. We could do a whole other podcast where I talk about why are more movies being made, and there's multiple movies being made.
I think they could just leave it. Like it's fine.
Where's these Avatar fans? Because I've never met a huge Avatar fan.
Yeah.
Not talking about The Last Airbender. Met a lot of those.
Yeah.
But the blue Avatar fans, where are you at? I'm cool. I'm so excited for this game because I love this world. It's cool. But I bet this game comes out before the movies. Okay,
probably so. I think the movie. I think they've actually been working on the movie for a while. Is what's funny.
I feel like they've been working on them. I remember hearing about the movies like years ago. So I'm interested to see. James Cameron believes in this IP, like so much so we've been waiting for years for the sequel. But I bet the game comes out first.
That was definitely one of the bigger surprises for sure. I would say.
Yes, I had to get on my soapbox about Avatar for a minute.
Okay. What else? Okay, so we got this other game that I think looks interesting. I don't know if it's necessarily for me, but I think it might be something I'd try. I don't know. Riders Republic. What did you think about that?
I'm all in on this game as well. It looks like a party.
It looks like fun, like a lot of fun. Even though I'm not big into a sports game, but I like the snowboarding. I like that aspect of it.
The wingsuits. I just want to get in a wingsuit and fly around,
But it's an open. This is very. I don't know if there's anything else like this. Do you like an open world extreme sports game?
Nope. It's one of a kind, and I think based on what they've shown off, I think they'll nail it. It looks real. It's one of those that I really want to play.
Interesting, yeah.
I haven't wanted to. I have same like just like you. I haven't wanted to play like one of these games. There's no dire need, but I really want to play this game.
And this came out. This is coming out. Sorry, September 2nd. So still not too far away.
No.
So you can do team based. Like it looks like there's a wide variety of things you can do. I think that's what else from Ubisoft. Did we miss anything?
I'm double checking. Hold on. Oh, Mario versus Rabbids, the new Mario Rabbids game.
Okay, yeah, because it's like a collaboration between Nintendo and Ubisoft, right?
Yeah, it's one of those rumors that I heard about a few months ago, and I was like, yeah, I could definitely see that happening. So I snuck in there and got the pick for our fantasy league. But guess what? It's not coming out. Yeah. It's not coming out this year. I was like, dang it, because I felt so proud of myself. I'm like, I knew it, and I was like, I was really confident with it coming out this year, but they got me.
They didn't even give like a time frame next year. They just said 2022, right?
Yeah,
that's what it looks like. Okay, I think that is all for
Assassin's Creed Valhalla is getting an update.
Oh, okay.
Like more like something big is coming to that at some point, which is pretty cool. It looks like they're supporting this game, Assassin's Creed. There won't be a new Assassin's Creed this year, which is fine because Valhalla is enough Assassin's Creed. Go back if there's an episode from like 3-4 months ago. I'll always play was Assassin's Creed because it took me months to beat It was an 80+ hour game.
Wow.
So there's plenty there. So cool. Just keep supporting this one massive game for a year. I'm fine with it. I'm cool with DLC. I'll get back to it.
At your PlayStation wrap up at the end of the year, do you think that's going to be the one you put the most hours into?
Probably so, for sure.
Yeah. All right. So let me see if we missed anything before we get into Nintendo. We didn't talk about the Borderlands spin-off thing.
Shoot. I forgot about that. That was announced during Summer Games Fest, like Jeff Keighley's thing. Yeah.
What did you think about that as a Borderlands fan?
So I'm not gonna lie. Like, I enjoyed Borderlands 3, but like it did sort of fall flat in some ways. Like, it's still really fun to play, but the story and some of the things just were like they didn't really evolve too much, and it sort of didn't age too well in certain ways. Just how the narrative is written and the jokes and stuff.
Yeah.
But overall, like, I love Borderlands. I love the art style. Love having tons of guns to use. So, like, when I heard rumors of Gearbox, working on a new Borderlands thing, I was like, okay, well, what? I started thinking to myself, like, what could Borderlands be that's not, just more Borderlands? Like, what could they do to evolve it? So, seeing the trailer for Tiny Tina's Wonderlands looks really cool. It's in the same universe, but it's supposed to be it's going to be different from Borderlands, right? Mm-hmm. It looks sort of like a fantasy-esque, like Dragon Age meets Borderlands, so to speak. So I was hoping to see some gameplay from it. It was just a trailer, but they didn't show anything else from it.
They didn't give a date either, it looks like.
No, and I think even Gearbox had like a small event, which was, don't watch. It was a waste of time to watch, but I thought they would show gameplay from this game, but they did not. They just talked about the Borderlands movie, which I don't really care too much about. So,
yeah. All right. Well, I think that's all. There was another new Rainbow Six game is coming out. Rainbow Six Extraction.
Oh yeah, that with the aliens, that looked sort of cool.
Yes, I don't play those games, but my brother really does, and so shout out Coleman. I'm sure he'll be really excited about this. Actually, I don't know, maybe not. We'll see. Okay, so do we want to get into Nintendo, or do we have anything else before we move on?
I think we're doing good. I think we've almost done this, and
wow,
it's
and
just
we've done
a little over an
time.
hour.
Yeah. Okay, so Jerica.
Yep.
You were right about your in the beginning of the year we made predictions about what was going to happen this year.
Yeah,
and you were right. I don't know. Did you say so? Big news, Breath of the Wild 2. We're getting it.
It's not coming out this year.
But it's not coming out this year. Didn't you say you thought it was going to come out this year, holiday?
Yeah, I was really I'm like, if there's going to be a new Switch Pro or whatever is being rumored, if there's a new Switch, like, Breath of the Wild is going to follow it. Like, it's got to be what happens. So the fact that we didn't see a new console at the event doesn't surprise me that Breath of the Wild is next year.
Yeah, but it is happening.
So,
we knew it was happening.
It is happening.
But this is our first look.
Yes,
the trailer was beautiful.
Great. Oh my god, it looks so cool.
Fantastic.
I saw like one little like new mechanic where Link is like sort of like slime, like a slime portal. Like he just can like slide in between walls and the floor and the ceiling. And I thought it was pretty cool. I was like, don't know what that is, but that looks new and I like it.
Yes, that was probably the biggest thing. What else happened? There was a new Smash Brothers character revealed. I don't really keep up with a lot of that, but I know our friend Oliver of the show was really excited. Oliver is a huge Smash Bros fan. A character from Tekken, is that right?
Yes, I believe so.
What else did we get from Nintendo, Jerica? Do you know?
Metroid Dread.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, a new Metroid game. It's not like there's like 2 Metroid games now that's like in the works, and this one is a 2D side scroller, original like Metroid-esque game. That I'm really it's gonna be the perfect game on the Switch. Like the cutscenes look really cool, and like it's sort of like blended. Like the trailer gives a good little showcase of like how the game's gonna look and feel. But I like how it's a 2D game, but like certain elements are 3D, and then the cutscenes are like 3-dimensional, like good cinematic cutscenes. But it looks really fun. I like Samus's suit in this particular rendition of Metroid. Mm-hmm. It's like got some white aesthetic to it. It looks really cool. I'm definitely gonna play it when it comes out as well.
I brought Hunter back in to talk about probably what he's most excited about that got announced.
Super Monkey
Okay,
Ball.
yeah, I'm ready. Let's hear what's Hunter's most anticipated E3 game.
I see your lips moving.
What's your most anticipated E3 game?
Super Monkey Ball 2?
Super
Oh my
Monkey
God,
Ball
we
Mania.
forgot about-
Yeah, that.
Banana. What is it? Banana. But Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania. Tell us.
Doesn't matter. We get Super Monkey Ball 2 with the Super Monkey Ball Target flyers on it.
So you're excited.
Hey.
You're excited. Okay. Do you think it's gonna be done well? Are you?
Who's doing it? Nintendo?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fine. As long as they don't keep their creators up 24/7 on IVs.
Yeah.
Great. Yes.
Didn't get
We
Sly
need the monkey
Cooper,
ball without the
but
crunch.
He's upset we didn't get a Sly Cooper, but it's fine.
PlayStation will learn what their fan base wants.
Well, you know, Hunter, PlayStation hasn't been. They're not up
thieving
up
stuff.
at bat yet. We don't
He
even know. They
walked
may not
away.
even come. They may not even come to play.
PlayStation hasn't come to bat yet, Hunter.
I feel the same way. They're
release
taking
Sly
their
Cooper,
time because they got their
all my
noses up in
savings.
the air.
I will fund the project.
He really
Okay.
wants Sly Cooper. You.
I'm sorry, everyone. You can't.
I
If,
love
if you're
his
confused on why
commentary. It's
Hunter's
perfect.
talking over Jericho, is because he doesn't have a mic on. He just came in.
Oh yeah, I forget he can't hear me, and I'm like, yes, I agree, Hunter. He just keeps talking.
He's
I love
really
it.
excited about Super Monkey Ball. Really
Yes.
excited. He loves Super Monkey Ball. What are your thoughts, Jericho?
I'm down. I haven't played Super Monkey Ball in a while, so I will. It's once again perfect Switch game. Why has it been on the? Why haven't they done it sooner? So I'm glad it's coming.
When is it coming out? Let me see. Maybe they didn't give us a date. Oh, October 5th.
Okay, nice. That'd be a nice little fall game to play on the Switch. So
Yeah, I think it'll be fun on Switch. All right. Well, let's see. Let's wrap it up. So, Jerica, who you said you're gonna have to say Xbox impressed you the most? But that's
yeah, but PlayStation wasn't here, so you know, it's definitely Xbox right now that's has impressed me the most. I am excited to see. We should hear something from PlayStation probably in the next few weeks. I'm sure by the end of the month or early July, there's a state of play, E3 style state of play, where they blow us out of the water, because I feel like every PlayStation showcase has been curated perfectly. Like their last E3 conference was so freaking good. So
I'm excited. We'll keep you
they
updated
announced,
for sure.
we saw the river. Just go back in time real quick. We got the PlayStation 5 reveal. We got Miles Morales. like
what a time.
Horizon,
In the midst of
Forbidden
pandemic.
West. And then you get God of War at Game Awards. Like PlayStation came to play last year.
Yes.
So I can't wait to see what surprises are in store for the rest of the summer, because this is E3 week, sorta, or it was last week. It's more like E3 months, because stuff's gonna happen throughout the summer.
For
So
sure.
All right.
Wow, we did it in a reasonable
did it.
amount of time. You know, Jericho was like, "Oh, we're gonna have to do 2 parts," which honestly we could have if we would have elaborated more on each one. But I feel good about our conversation. I'm glad we got to talk you through your Xbox decision. Get to hear your
yes.
It feels like you got caught and like you're having to explain yourself. You know.
I don't feel good about it, but I am excited. I think it's gonna be it's a smart decision.
You should.
It's
feel
a
good
smart
about
decision.
It is very smart.
It's gonna save me money in the long run, so I'm not just buying and wasting money on these games that I want to try. Like, I get to try more games, and I'm down to do that. So
I'm really excited to hear about your journey with this and like how. I mean, you've had Games Pass on your PC, but like it's a different experience.
it is. It's a different thing when I could just grab a controller and like sit in front of the TV. Like that's what I want to do. I don't want to sit at my little PC and like click my keyboard. Sometimes it's just like too much trouble for me. I just want to sit down on the
Chill
couch
out.
and play a game.
Yeah.
You know, so
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We hope that you're excited as we are. Don't forget, go follow us on Instagram and send us a message about what you're most excited about. I'm always excited to see y'all's messages. We had somebody message us, I think I might have mentioned this last week, about like something to do with Resident Evil when I was talking about it that I missed. And so it was cool to like go back and read that and be like, oh yeah, that's right. I did miss that.
Really cool.
So
yeah, keep them coming, and we should put up we'll put up a questionnaire like on Instagram to hear what everyone else is excited for.
Yeah, we'll keep the combo going. Thank you guys so much for listening. Bye.
Bye.